Assalamu alaikum everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about a very important topic, which is finding the smallest value of k such that the given number becomes a perfect square or a cube. So, the particular question which we are going to solve is the smallest integer k such that 198k becomes perfect square. So before going into the solution, let's talk about what do we mean by perfect square. So perfect square is basically a square number which can be written in power of 2. So why it is that? Because for example, if it is 2 square, I can always solve the root and my answer will be 2. If it is, let's say, 10 square, I can write it in form of 10 square and I can solve the root. So I can take their roots, and they are, because they are perfect squares, so I can find the answer. But sometimes when the number is not a perfect square, for example, if the number is 50, so I cannot solve the root because 50 is not a square number and my answer will be in decimals. So basically I need to find this value of k which can be multiplied, and which is the smallest value of course, because there can be bigger values as well, but which can be multiplied with this 50 to make it a perfect square number. So now in this case this k can be 2, so that the number becomes 100. So, but this was a smaller number, so I can guess it by looking at it that 50 can be converted into 100 and 100 is a perfect square. But not, this is not possible every time. I cannot guess it. So there is a proper method of solving this kind of question. So method includes 3 steps. Always remember, whenever this kind of question is there, you need to do 3 steps. First of all, you will do prime factorization. Prime factorization of what? The given number which is multiplied with k, so that we can figure out that what are the missing values which we can be which can be assigned to the variable k. So first step is do the prime factorization. Second is write in power. So write in power of 2 if it is perfect square, write in power of 3 if you want to make it a perfect cube. So write in power. And third step is identify the missing powers. So in third step, you will be, after writing in powers, you will know that what are the missing powers in this particular question, and then you can manage it. So let's start working. So this will help you in understanding it better. So first, as per the first step, I'm doing prime factorization of 198. It's an even number. I can divide it with 2. 1 is the remainder. It's 9. So now I can divide it with 3. 3 33s are, then 3 11s are, and then it's 11 into 1. So now it's, if I write 198 in index notation in form of powers, I am done with the first step. Now I am on the second step, writing in powers. Because it is perfect square, so I will write down in power of 2. 2 is only 1, so there is 1 power. 3 is coming 2 times, so 3 is having power of 2. 11 is coming 1 time, so 11 is having power of 2. Now I have to identify what will be k, so that this 19k becomes a perfect 198k becomes a perfect square. So I can see 2 is having 1 power. So if I add 1 more power here, this 2 will become a square number. This 3 is fine, so I don't have to add anything, because 3 is already having a square in the power. This 11 is again having 1 power, so I can add 1 more. So now 198k will be 2 square into 3 square into 11 square. So my k in this particular question is 2 multiplied by 11 because I have added these two values. So k will be 22. If I multiply now 198 with 22, I will get a perfect square. Now the question is why they are saying the smallest value of k. It means that way there can be the bigger values as well. Because if I add any other number, so for example, I am adding 5 square here. So it is still a perfect square. If I am adding 2 square one more time, it is still a perfect square. If I am adding 3 square and going into the bigger number, so that is still a perfect square. So that's why we are talking about the smallest value of k, because k can have many values. So the smallest value of k means that the only value which can, or the smallest value which can make 198k a perfect square. So I hope this question is clear and you can do more practice at your own to be good at it this. So that's all for today's video. See you in the next video, everyone.